Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dentium Live Surgery Show. I'm Sang-Chul, periodontist and private practitioner in Seoul. Dentium Live Surgery Show is held every month. This is the sixth time in 2020. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy during this COVID-19 pandemic situation. I believe we can overcome this together. Dr. Ruth gave a lot of live surgery by the clinicaldentium.com YouTube channel. I'm very excited to be joining this live surgery show as a moderator. Today, he is showing us sinus lifting and elevation technique on both maxillary sinuses with Dentium digital guide. Also, he is going to show us a simple incision designed for sinus surgery and how to use proper desk kit, principle of using graft material, and proper suture technique. I hope this live surgery show helps you in developing your treatment skills and concepts. If you have any questions during live surgery, click and write in the chat box and will be replied. Let's take a look at today's case. Today's case have both sinus augmentation and implant placement using Dentium digital guide. Patient information. We have a patient, 51-year-old male patient. His chief complaint was, I want to have implant surgery consultation. His past medical history was non-specific. About the surgery plan, number 14 area, ridge spreading and implant placement with maybe bone grafting. And about number 15, 16, 17 area, sinus lifting with crestal approach and implant placement using Dentium digital guide. And about both opposite side, number 24, 25, 26, 27, also will have a sinus elevation with lateral approach and implant placement with the Dentium digital guide. It is a panoramic view of our patient, both of maxillary areas, so a small remnant of the bone, remaining bone volume. So it is necessary part to have a sinus elevation or sinus lifting, as you know. However, the lower jaw area is very nice view to have an implant placement. About the CT scan, number 14 area have enough vertical bone volume, but unfortunately, so narrow, restricted horizontal bone width. So something needed, like a ridge spread or ridge split. Today, Dr. Ruth showing to us about the ridge spreading with a bone grafting material, bone grafting procedure. About the number 15, this area is better, much better than number 14 area, and almost over than 9 millimeter remnant of the bone. So it is enough to have a simple implantation. What about the number 16? Number 16 area needs some difficult sinus elevation procedure. As you can see, so small bone volumes are left on this area. So this area is needed necessary part to have a sinus elevation. About number 17 is very similar situation compared to number 16. So also we have a sinus elevation procedure. What about the opposite side? Number 24. Number 24 is much better than the opposite side, number 14 area. Enough bone width and bone vertical height. So I think just a small bone grafting material for each augmentation is enough area. About 25, also good situation to simple implantation, as you can see. What about number 26? 26 areas, so small bone volumes are remaining, as you can see. So big sinus surgery procedures are needed. And also we can see artery, running the artery, PSAA, posterior superior alveolar artery, on the lateral wall of the sinus clearly. Number 27, a very similar situation, but it is worse than number 26 area. So both of these posterior maxilla of patient left side need a bigger sinus elevation compared to right side. It is an initial photo of our patient intraoral situation. 2020, July 15th, 2020. Okay, we can see number 14 area. What about this area? So strict, narrow ridge, as you can see. So these areas need some ridge spreading or ridge splitting procedures are needed for making a little bit wider for better situation of implant installation. What about the opposite side? Number 24, right side photos shown to us. Very nice, good healing situation, but not incomplete soft tissue healing. So intraoral scanning here and merging each other, intraoral scanning data and CT scan, and finally we can get final digital Dentium, digital implant guide stent, as you can see. So both of posterior maxillary area have 4 holes for implant installation, right? So number 14 have 3.69 millimeter, number 15, 4.79 millimeter, number 16 area, 4.09 millimeter will be planned. And number 17 also have a 4.39 millimeter will be designed. What about opposite side? Number 24, 3.69 millimeter, and number 25 area also 4.39 millimeter. Simple implant installation area. So, but this the sinus area designed for 9 millimeter diameter, 5.0. Okay, stent design here. This stent by milling machine. The milling stent, it is stronger than 3D printed stent. Okay, so stent adaptation situation here. And this panoramic view shown us very interesting situation. So already these 3 implant, each 3 implant installation already on the lower jaw, both lower jaw. Okay, number 34, 36, 37 area, and also number 44, 46, 47 area, and also the simultaneously connect with the healing abutment for enough initial situation. Okay, let's move to operation room. Is Dr. Ruth ready? I'm going to stop to introduce this today's case and directly move to operation room. Dr. Ruth already have Dr. Ruth starting to have a surgery, today's surgery.
Okay.
Right?
Excellent.
Okay. As you can see, the milled stent already inserted patient mouth.
좀 들부딪히죠? 네? 됐어요. 이쯤에 이렇게 하고 뼈가
checking the incision line. So he's thinking about the incision line before the starting
다 플랍을
the surgery.
하시는 거죠?
Okay.
맞네.
Yeah, he is going to have a clavicular incision and crestal incision.
한번 파일럿 드릴링을 해보는 건 어떨까요? 그리고 결정할까요?
Okay, so he
After
is
the
going to
initial
change the
pilot drilling,
procedure. Okay, the pilot
after
drilling
that, I
first
will try
before
to
starting
make
to
a
make
flap
an
design.
incision line,
So the surgical stent is a milling surgical stent.
right?
Compared to the printing, is very stable and very precise fit.
Right.
So usually we do try to making a
Okay,
milling
so
surgical
Dr. Luke
stent
prefer to
instead of the
use
printing.
build stamp.
I will try to initial drilling. 아프지는 않습니다. 이렇게 편안하게.
Yeah, he is going to have an initial drill.
여기가 뼈가 많이 걸리나 보다. 네, 다음에 세컨드리.
Okay, so number 15 area.
서드리.
Number
여기는 6mm까지가 안
16
6mm까지 거의 들어가죠. 이 정도까지만 하고 플랩 디자인 해봅시다.
Okay, so he is going to checking
괜찮아? I
the
find
proper point
괜찮으세요?
of implant installation and remove the stent. And now he is going to have a
보면
incision.
drilling hole is 1 to 3.
He make a three
Right.
drilling hole, three drilling
물어보세요.
hole, number 14, 15, 16.
천천히 하고 들어가도
Okay.
괜찮겠네요. 예. 이쪽이 팔라탈로 많이 치우쳤을 것 같아요.
He is to
그래서 고개만 체크해 봅시다.
he is going to start to make a incision line.
7번으로 될 가능성을 대비해서 7번까지 이렇게 해서 한 1 or 2
oblique
millimeters
incision.
palatal position to
Yeah,
push the
and
gingiva to the labial side
yeah, crestal incision here.
for the rich augmentation. Sometimes due to irregularity, it is very difficult to the clear cut to the alveolar crest.
Okay.
So at that time, we tried to making a design with a blade. After that, and we do various times cutting with a relatively dull instrument to the clear cut to the periosteum. After that, I will try the two, raising the flaps.
Okay. First, he used scalpel, and
Not so much.
number two, use
We will
blunt
try to
instrument,
minimize the flap elevation.
and starting a flap reflection with a small round curette. Okay.
So try to check the bone condition.
Yeah. Yeah, he is going to try to check bone condition.
Due to instructions,
Okay.
instruction socket was not completely healed. The reason is the patient have a
Yeah,
periodontal
incomplete
disease.
socket
So
healing. So,
due to irregularity,
as you can see, bone irregularities, various irregularities, especially number 14, between number 14 and 15 site. You can
so
see
when I check the position on
bone,
the first
the eminence
premolar
here.
areas, the drilling site is a little bit palatal positioned. So I will do a little bit modified and also rich spreading on the premolar area.
Okay, so he is going to have a rich spread on number 14 site,
이쪽은 좀
as I already,
the structure
as
little
I
bit
mentioned
modified.
before, right? Okay, so flap reflection, check proper point for implant placement, and
Yes.
okay, he is to
Which spread this guy?
okay. Now he is going to change a drilling point. Now, sometimes when you have digital guided surgery, on the merging digital data shown us proper implant positioning site, but
Bone is very
sometimes
hard, so
after flap
it's a little
reflection,
bit
as you can
difficult.
see,
So the rich spreading.
better
So
implant installation
sometimes in the
positions
soft bone, especially in the uppers,
will be
sometimes we can
appeared.
do
So
rich
in this
spreading.
case,
So
as you
this
can see,
style is,
a slightly
rich
modified
spreader
position.
with the malletings, but bone is too much hard. So
Okay.
it was not easy to rich spreading well. 됐습니다. 그 정도까지.
Now he is using
So I will try
the
to
bone spreader.
drilling expansions with the screw types.
The
Ridge
bone
spread
expander with the
from
mallet,
narrow one to the wide one.
and after that, using a spreader
Position
drill.
implant positioning.
This spreader drill
Implant
doesn't
guide
have
drill.
any blade with a drill, so clockwise insertion and counterclockwise
In the posterior
outward.
side, I will do a drilling to follow the surgical guide, but in this side, I will do mandatory implant positionings. But also in future, we have some plan to the orthodontic treatment. So at that time, we'll try the little bit distal movement of the canine. So you must consider about this. So 1 millimeters.
Okay, so proper positioning of number 14 implant placement site.
0.5
Now he is
millimeters.
considering about a future orthodontic treatment. So he's
Reverse.
okay. So he have decided to have a final position, number 14
In the
area,
upper part is very
and
easy
starting to use
drilling
a
expansion
spreader
with
drill.
the screw types ridge spreader.
Okay, this screw type ridge spreaders clockwise insert and counterclockwise outward usage like this one,
Reverse.
right? And reverse. Yeah, cause of this drill doesn't have any blade, so clockwise and counterclockwise usage is popular. Okay, he is using a slightly wider and wider spread drill. At the first time, he have used a small diameter. Now he is bigger, wider diameter, cause bone spreading. You can see. Can you see the labial bone plate is spreading a little bit
So after placement
wider and
implant,
wider, and the labial bone plate
remaining bone
move to
thickness
labial
on the
portion.
palatal side is around
Yeah.
little bit over the 1 millimeters. Labia side little bit less than 1 millimeter. So
Okay.
if after placement there are some possibility of the alveolar bones will be resolved.
So he is worried about some alveolar bone resorption. So he want to have a keep the minimum remnant of the
As
bone.
you friend, so
So
we'll try to
palatal
place
side
the
1 millimeter,
very narrow
labial
diameter
side
implant
2 millimeter.
on the
So
first premolar area
okay,
first.
he's now he is using the NR line
And I will try to a little
3.6
bit
9
deeper.
millimeter fixture. Okay,
Very good.
Dr. Lut
So
prefer to use
okay.
50
After that,
RPM
you
when
try to
he
reposition
have
the surgical
implant
stand.
fixture installation. The ordinary manual suggested, recommended us around 20 or 30 RPM for implant installation, right? But Dr. Ruth prefer to use 50 RPM.
다음에는
So
레이저를 좀 커팅해요.
you can see a slightly faster insertion of implant fixture.
하고 레이저를 좀
Okay,
커팅해야 돼요.
so insert again, then the digital guide.
여기는 사이너스
Digital guide insert again, and using guided drill for proper position, osteotomy, right? So,
second premolar areas.
second premolar, number 15 area.
Due to a milling surgical stent is the precision is very good, so there is no mobility of the surgical stent.
Yeah, this milled
the
surgical stent is stronger
Also, hole
enough,
is very precise.
so very precise, and no deviation anymore during surgery. So Dr. Lut preferred to use this milling stent instead of 3D printed stent. Okay, so a drill speed around 50 without irrigation. It is very the common and preference drill style
So
of
alveolar
Dr. Lut.
crest is not so much ideal, so
Okay,
you
so
must
he's
consider
checking with
and
the
also
depth
checking
gauge.
the possibility of the proportion to the sinus cavity.
I think around 8 millimeter to 10 millimeter depth.
9mm 신고 약간의
Right.
지배를 할 수도 있고 약간 디플리 할 수도 있고 본 원주를 조금만 쓸까요?
Okay. So this depth gauge of another line indicate demarcation lines, a black band, bottom of black band, 9 millimeter.
여기 본칩을 조금 그래프팅 할게요.
Okay, so
다픈 디시를 줄까요?
taking a bone chip from the socket area to make autogenous bone, right? Using this plunger for the forceps doesn't matter.
괜찮으세요?
So he is trimming extra, trimming the outer portion of socket, and taken enough autogenous bone from this side. So it is very useful, as you know. This autogenous bone is very important factor to make a new bone formation when you have a GBR procedure,
the bone,
right? Okay.
괜찮을 것 같죠?
Okay. So
와이드한 것도 쓸 수도 있는데 지금 38까지 했죠.
he wanna have a wider diameter compared
This
to
inner line is
already
much more
planned
stronger than
size.
ship line, so we place relatively smaller diameters. 예,
Okay.
4.0을 쓸까요? 예.
Okay. He is going to have a 4.0 diameter on this side.
한 번만 더 체크를 할게요.
He wanna once more checking for using drill. Yeah.
됐어요. 본을 더 채취할게요.
Dr. Lut, sometimes alternative usage, sometimes using a digital guide, sometimes using hand-free drill. So anyway, he wants to have the precise and proper position for this number 15, the implant installation site.
I will press the 9 millimeters and one more large diameters.
Okay, 9 millimeter length and 4.3 diameter.
So
analyze system.
Palatal 1 millimeters deeper, but labial is a little bit. Yeah, we can see the very thin bone on the outside, but not so much good enough. So
this not enough bone volume of labial bone, labial bone site. So as you know, the ordinary bone width from the outer surface of implant fixture, labial site, minimum 2 millimeter.
Bone graft, but
for preventing bone resorption in future. So he wants to have a 2 millimeter on the labial side.
예, 이게 맥시멈이군요. 좋습니다. That is the limit.
Yeah, very high insertion torque.
Areas.
Get it. He got a very high insertion torque.
본이 6mm까지는 괜찮죠.
Okay.
6mm까지.
Adapt again with a digital guide. Now he's going to try another implant insertion hole.
I will try to drilling to 6 millimeters.
Yeah, 6 millimeter. He is going to 6 millimeter. Where do you think sinus floor is? Actually around 6 millimeter. So he want to go just only 6 millimeter from the crest.
Ultragenyous bone to be taken during the drilling.
And that he is going to have sinus lifting. Just only have a 6 millimeter drilling now.
And after that, I will check the connectivity to the sinus floors.
Yeah, he want to check sinus floor after this procedure, and
depth gauge
starting to have sinus lifting procedure. Okay, using depth gauge, check a sinus floor intact or not.
Still inside the very tight contact bone. So I will do, yes, almost the sinus flowers.
Yeah, he is thinking of a sinus floor, so
But still very wide. Yeah, very
ridge
wide
is
bone.
very wide. The ridge is very wide.
Right.
So a
So
very
let's
nice
try
situation.
One more wider to the 5.0.
Yeah, he have a 5.0 diameter drilling for this site.
And the 9 millimeters. However, we will place the 7 millimeters, but
Okay, 7
힘을 줬더니
millimeter.
튜가 내려가는 정도까지 되는군요. Yeah, okay. We'll collect some more heterogeneous bone. Yes,
When we
almost
have
the sinus floor,
a digital
but
guided
not to be
surgery, as you can
perforated.
see, the free end site, like this posterior portion
check.
of
코를
this,
흔들어 보세요.
okay,
흥.
okay, he is
Yes.
checking
There
the
is no
sinus floor
perforations.
intact or not.
We checked with the pumping.
He asked the patient for a server and checking the sinus floor with depth gauge.
So I will do sounding the bone conditions because in the, most of the yes there is some connection to the sinus floor. The depth is around the 6
Yeah, 6 millimeter.
or 5 millimeters. So if you place the 7 millimeters, 1 or 2 millimeters into the sinus.
Yeah.
So at that time we can do.
He's
lifting
want
the
to have a
sinus
7
lifting
millimeter longer implant fixture.
with a small diameter
Now,
instrument.
He is trying to 1 or 2 millimeter lifting of sinus floor. So now he is used this elephant foot instrument.
Especially in
This
the distal side.
yeah.
Western 3 collagen.
Actually,
I will
this
do little
DASC
bit bone grafting
instrument,
to the sinus.
sinus curette, looks like
this.
this dome shape, number one sinus kit, sinus curette. This instrument
There is a
nickname
various way
is
to elevate the
elephant foot.
membrane with the hand instrument.
Yeah, so
Secondly, we can do balloon, or sometimes we can do water pressures.
yeah, he is
The
considering
sinus flow is
about
very irregular. So
hydraulic, the water power.
거의 본인네요. 레이비얼
okay.
사이드가.
Considering about use hydraulic power
아주 좋아요.
or balloon for sinus lifting.
노란색
okay.
인스트루먼트 추가했을까?
Okay.
Internal irrigation.
After using this elephant foot is very useful instrument. Separate sinus membrane from the sinus floor or lateral wall. So all the dentists want to use this elephant foot. Everyone used to this instrument. They're very useful and very safe. So separate the sinus floor membrane from the sinus floor, and he is going to use the crestal approach, a small diameter diamond bar from the DASC kit using hydraulic power, hydraulic pressure from this saline irrigation.
그리고 이렇게 버섯 모양으로 생긴 거 한번 코로 다시 흔들어 보세요.
The ordinary diameter of this crestal approach, small diameter diamond bar from the DASC kit, diameter size is 3.3, right? And smaller one is 3.3, bigger one is 3.7. Now he is using 3.3 round bar and changing another instrument using this elephant foot with the handpiece connection, right? Also using this hydraulic power, right? So very interesting, very useful. The instrument with hydraulic power, hydraulic pressure, and also this instrument
동그라핑 할까요?
working as the same
스테어스
as
콜라겐.
elephant foot.
코로 흔들어 보세요.
This instrument,
됐어요. 잘했습니다.
yeah, instrument, function of this instrument separate each other from separate the sinus membrane from the sinus floor.
파트를 나눠서.
Okay. Now insert with the graft materials. This graft materials osteon tree. Osteon tree is
osteon 3 collagen is very convenient to the for the
osteon
bone
tree
grafting
collagen.
to the sinus.
Osteon tree collagen graft material. Yeah. This pellet type, the hybrid type collagen tree graft materials is very useful and versatile. As you can see, the collagen binder hold this particle,
많이 들어간 거죠.
so it is not
저항이.
scattered,
Yeah, so-
not scattered anymore. So very
depth gauge
very easy to hold and very too easy
이걸로 좀
the,
휘젓고
management. Easy to manage, as you can see. So insert graft material and using this depth gauge, push inside of the sinus
다시
cavities
코로 흥
and checking the sinus floor intact or not,
안 뚫려요.
and adding the graft material, another
얘는 마지막으로
portion of the graft material,
그
and push
5.0의
inside.
7mm 임플란트 주고요.
Okay. He make 3 small pieces from the one big pellet, 10 millimeter big pellet type, osteon tree collagen. Make a 3-part, and he is going to use. He is using this small part, another small part of osteon tree collagen, right? This osteon tree collagen, the alloplastic material, the hybrid type alloplastic material. What is the hybrid type? Hybrid type means collagen binder holding this particulated particle of graft material. So, as you can see, very easy to handle, easy to mold. It is not scattered anymore. So, very simple graft material procedures was done by using this kind of graft material. So versatile and very useful. I love it also. We have something to common. We have something in common between Dr. Lud and I. I always use this osteon tree collagen when I have sinus lifting. Right? So this graft material is much better than just grafted material. The alloplastic, but hybrid type. So gave lots of advantages to us. Okay. Make small pieces and add one by one small pieces into the sinus cavities, and now he is going to install the implant fixture. The wide diameter, the length is short. He don't like a longer implant fixture. Dr. Luke, wide diameter. He like a wider diameter, but not too much longer.
But it's very dense.
Right? Okay. I guess a 7 millimeter, 50 diameter. So he is going to have manual fixation here using hand ratchet. Okay.
There is a two-way. One is with the cover screw to close the flap, and the another is open with the healing abutment. So, first the recommendations.
Yeah. Now he is thinking about
We can close
using
or we can open.
using the healing abutment
With the
or
some
cover
bone
screw.
이것도 그렇게 심하진 않죠. 네, 이 정도면은 다 괜찮을 것 같죠? 오토지니스 번호.
I think
힐링 어버트먼트를
this implant already got the enough insertion torque, so the healing abutment connection is a better situation. But what is the choice of Dr.
두
Root?
번째 사이즈.
Okay, so yeah,
콜라겐 멤브레인.
of course healing abutment connect with the healing abutment.
멤브레인부터
Okay, he is prepare the collagen membrane for the labial bone augmentation. Yeah, collagen membrane.
천천히.
The 15 by 20 is most popular size
3 한 번 더
for GBR
준비하고.
procedure.
좋아요.
Okay, checking again.
네, 잘했어요. 레비얼만 필요한데.
Yeah. He is trying to put the collagen membrane labial side.
멤브레인을 어댑테이션 하기 위해서.
He need more flap reflection for adaptation of collagen membrane on the labial side. So okay, now he is more releasing of labial part of flap. Okay. Yeah. Here is bone irregularity because of unfully healed site of socket. So sometimes, as you can see, okay, have some bone defect here. Remove all the granulation tissues on the surface of the bone to make a better condition for new bone formation. Wow, good, very nice. The bone width is enough. As you can see, labial bone is very nice. It's just only number 14 areas is not enough to labial bone side, but he
레비얼 위주로 해서.
have done the ridge spreading procedure for the ridge widening. So some of plate, the labial bone plate, the moving to the labial direction, as you can see, it's a very useful procedure when we have slightly reduced ridge widths. As I mentioned before, this ridge spreader drill always use clockwise insertion and counterclockwise outward, right? Always keeping in mind this procedure when you have upper anterior. Cause of this upper anterior area, canine, lateral incisor, like premolar areas, very common to have some bone defect or some deformities, constrictions, looks like here.
껴줄 것 같죠?
So,
두 번째까지 하고 세 번째는 콜라겐 그래프트로 커버해도 될 것 같아요.
okay, so he is considering about using
Practice not
the
so much
collagen
severe,
graft.
so
Okay.
힐링으로
Oh, very interesting procedure.
됐어요.
Making a hole on the collagen membrane and connect with this healing abutment, right? There are many different type of fixation method of collagen membrane when we have a GBR procedure. Looks like here. First, very common method is the suturing technique, the pedestal suturing over this collagen membrane to holding the collagen membrane and also grafted material. And another the method using a pin or a screw. And finally, we can use like this healing abutment for holding a fixation of collagen membrane. Okay, another one, healing abutment here. So if you want to have like this procedure, how can I make a hole for this holding this sinus, this collagen membrane? The rubber dam punch is a very useful devices to make a hole on the collagen membrane. the autoclaved,
bone grafting with ultragenous
the lower
bones
dam punch
to the
is
alveolar
very
crest.
useful. Okay, so now he has put the autogenous bone graft. This is autogenous bone from already taken from real procedure, and bone chip
But this
from
alveolar
the
bone very
Ranger.
easily resolved. So
Did you remember?
intentionally some more bone grafting.
Okay, now he is using this
synthetic
osteon
bone.
T alloplastic graft material. This the traditional grafting technique called as a layer technique, done by Dr. Daniel Buja from Switzerland, Swiss, right? Swiss technique.
뒤에는 커브 스크류.
Daniel Buja recommended us this layer technique.
제가 할게요. 괜찮을 것 같아요.
Inside autogenous bone and outside alloplastic bone graft materials. Why these different kinds of graft materials should be used? The reason is here.
In the
First,
sinus
autogenous
elevation
bone
site
is
will be
higher
closer with the
bone
cover
formative
screw.
function, so should be placed inside area, near fixture surface or
Labially
cover
it will be
the
defect. So
fixture
I will
surface.
try one more. 콜라겐 그래프트 하나 줄까요? 제일 얇은 거.
And outer surface
네.
of graft materials, alloplastic graft materials, for the
다
maintenance
끝나갑니다.
function, the volume maintenance. So this layer technique gave us lots of advantages like volume maintenance and bone formative function. A dual function can be achieved by using this autogenous bone inside and
기른 것도 좋을 것
the
같아요.
alloplastic bone outer surface, right? So, as you can see, when we have this kind of procedure, first,
Additional
flexion
fixations of them
and
with the pin.
fixed with the collagen membrane and bone grafting underneath this collagen membrane. And finally, here's additional one more fixation technique, use fixation technique like this pin. Okay. This pin technique is very popular.
이쪽은
Very popular. Everyone
little bit
now
different,
everyone
very
use
simply
this
finishing with the collagen grafting
fixation
coverages,
pin for fixed
Dentures.
the sinus. The fixed collagen membrane,
4-0.
like GBR procedure. Okay. A membrane pin used already, and additional bone grafting here. Number
collagen graft.
16 area. Okay. Additional. Oh, this one is a collagen graft. Collagen graft is a little bit different from collagen membrane. Collagen membrane for GBR, this is cross-linking, long-lasting. For the long-lasting situation, this collagen graft is just bilayer. It is not cross-linking anymore, so only resorption compared to collagen membrane, right? So these collagen graft materials promote soft tissue healing,
Scratch with the
right?
periodontal cuirass.
So we can use this collagen graft for GBR procedure, either periodontal surgery also. Okay, collagen graft 2. Collagen graft 2 means porcine source.
됐습니다. 고마워요, 상씨.
The original collagen graft from the bovine, another one is from the porcine, right? So which one is better? Depend on you, your choice. Cause of porcine is better, the adaptation underneath tissues, but only resolved compared to bovine source, right? Now he is using the suture material for the suturing. 4.0 nylon suture materials used. Okay. Okay.
좀 이따 바퀴 치아를 돌릴게요.
Your modified sling sutures are performed.
바깥쪽에서 커팅.
Did you see the sling sutures holding the canine, the slinged ones, and make a final knot? It means holding formed compared to just simply, just a simple suture. This one is much stronger than the interrupted suture. Right? Okay, so he make another suture on the posterior, the vertical incision side.
됐어. 아이고, 엄청 높구나. 조금만.
Okay.
미안해요. 다리가 짧아서.
Okay, so push
박준범
inside.
교수님한테는 맥시멈으로 해드리고 저한테는
Tugging into the
짧게.
thick palatal plaque. Thick palatal plaque. Just the tugging is enough. Okay. The collagen graft already inserted this number 26 area. Now he is using suture, a very interesting,
인터러티드를 동시에
very interesting modified suture technique. He is shown to you, shown to us, very interesting suture technique. This suture modified the mattress suture, right? So this suture gave us a benefit. First one gave us like the mattress, horizontal mattress suture style. Another one is just a simple interrupted suture. So we can get the both of suture techniques advantages we can get.
오른쪽이
right?
잘 끝났어요. 괜찮아요?
Not primary closure, but this wound will be healed just 4 or 5 days later. Just 4 or 5 days enough to heal, right? So Dr. Root doesn't want to have he didn't want to have a primary closure. Cause of this, the open wound healing concept is common now, right? Slightly open, it doesn't matter. Cause of this collagen membrane and collagen graft have a good the physical properties and also integrity underneath soft tissues. So very faster soft tissue healing will be happen, right? Wow, so good situation. Can you see the labial part? Labial part gave us a large augmented, a big augmented situation, right? So labial portion of this surgery site good enough to maintain the implant fixture long-term durability. So keratinized gingiva, well-organized keratinized gingiva, and good volume on labial surface. The enough insertion torque. Very nice, well done situation. Yeah, very nice. Okay, now he is using to 6-0, very thin suture material to make one more knot. Okay, very nice. Okay. Yeah, the Dr. Teddy gave us one question. What did Dr. Root use collagen membrane or collagen graft on number 14 area? Number 14 area, he used collagen membrane. It covered this labial portion, right? and he used collagen graft on posterior area, number 16, right? It is good enough? It is good answer for you? Okay, thank you very much. And another question, why not using the guided disc drills? Dr. Teja from India. He is a very famous dentist of India. Okay, Dr. Teja is have a big question about the disc drills. So Dr. Root this time use disc drill number 1, number 3 drill with hydraulic power, the saline irrigation system. So I think he want to try another method using disc drill, but modified another trial, right? So oh yeah, he need more suture. Okay. I think he gonna change his mind. First time he want to have open wound healing style, but now add 1 to 3 more suture. 1 to 3 more suture. So yeah, he want to have almost yeah. The primary closure. Okay, right side of the patient, very nice, well done. Sinus lifting with implant installation simultaneously. Okay, number 14, ridge spreading with bone grafting, implant installation. Number 15 and number 16 area also have implant installation simultaneously with sinus lifting. Okay. Okay, now Dr. Lut is sounding. Sounding means checking the bone texture through the gingiva, right? So adapt again. Stand here.
Yes. Little bit 1 millimeter palatal position, just crest lesion. 예, 발치창은 좀 디펙트가 있긴 하군요. 없나 했더니 약간 디펙트가 있긴 하군요. 근데 이쪽으로 깊이 심으면 되긴 하는데. 예, 이쪽으로 깊이 심으면.
Okay, another one question about this right side sinus lifting.
Modification.
Dr. Lina have a question. Why not healing cap on number 16? Number 16 connect with the curved screw instead of healing cap. Dr. Root have decided using healing
bone is very intact.
The curved screw instead of healing cap cause of sinus lifting area. Also, it is not enough to. I think he want to make more bone submerging this implant area, promoting the new bone formation.
크게 한
Right?
번만. 옳지.
Okay, so
이쪽까지 포함해서.
yeah. Now he is making an incision, the vertical incision and horizontal incision here. The ordinary horizontal incision, the ordinary crestal incision on this maxillary area have 2 millimeter, around 2 millimeter to palatal from the middle crest.
Clear cut.
Right? It is better to visibility compared to the mid-crestal incision, right? First one is visibility, and number 2 is easy to the labial bone, labial flap. Easy to manage the labial flap. Cause of palatal flap, ordinarily thicker than labial flap, so inclined to 2 millimeter from mid-crestal to palatal is better visibility and the easier flap management when you have a simultaneous approach, especially, right?
잘
As you
되고
can
있어요.
see, now the ductal root just only 1 millimeter, around 1 millimeter, the palatal incision from the mid-cresta. Now, depend on surgeon style, depend on surgeon's decision. I prefer to make a 2 millimeter the palatal
잘했군요.
incision.
이모자님이 앉아있기 때니까 얼굴이 그냥 별로 표정이 어두웠는데 지금 좋아야겠네요.
Yes, I prefer to make a flap reflection. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Root. Yeah. Dr. Root don't want
괜찮아요?
make a flap reflection first, but now
잘하고
here's flap
계세요.
reflection. So I'd like to do this kind of flap
플랩
reflection.
한다고 그랬더니
Cause of
잠깐만요.
this flap reflection is mandatory procedure, as you know. Why? Cause of lateral bone wall should be denuded and exposure for making a lateral window, right? Okay, so the soft tissue removed here, and also this side we can see on fully
오번은
healed
좋았네요.
extraction socket area,
하우징으로
right?
딱 심어도
Some bone spicules around here.
그러죠.
Okay, number 24 area.
좋습니다. 깨끗하게 또 그라인딩 아웃 합시다.
Yeah, he is going to have
큰 걸로 해서
a grinding out technique for removing the lateral
스텝
wall
바이 스텝.
for the sinus
레이저도 쓸지
elevation.
모르겠다.
Okay, now he is using this black one, bigger diamond bar. The bigger one. What is different between the traditional dust kit, the yellow round bar, and this the black round bar? What is different between both of trio? This black one is bigger head, right? Bigger head. Okay, using small round bar, removing the remnant of the soft tissues, granulation tissues. Okay. Okay, using this small round bar, the carbide bar, removing all the granulation tissues, the remnant of the granulation tissues here. So actually, using this procedure, this kind of instrumentation is the trademark of Dr. Lu. When you have some video clip on the YouTube, then clinical Dentium world, some of these small round bar with a straight handpiece for removing the soft tissues procedures, or you can recognize, it is Dr. Lut, right? So Dr. Lut trademark to use this small round bar with the straight hand piece for removing soft tissue. Another surgeon prefer to use hand instrument instead of this small round bar. So if you find out small round bar with a straight hand piece, okay, you can recognize, this is Dr. Lut.
4, 5, 7로 할까요, 그냥? 6으로 할까요?
So
6으로 할지 7로 할지 한번 봅시다.
yeah, he is going to, now he is considering about
7번으로 할까요?
the installation
7번 쪽으로
position.
합시다.
Okay,
7번 쪽으로.
so
7번도 골이 충분히
he have
나오니까
decided to have
7번 쪽으로.
number 24, 25, 27. Skip the number 26.
이쪽은 사이너스가 워낙 가까워서 한 4, 5mm 되나요? 원형 들어간지? 3mm. 예. 그래서 이게 6mm라 3mm만 들어가야 되는데 3mm는 좀 덜 들어가야 되는데.
Okay.
예.
So he
7번부터 그럼
he
쭉쭉쭉
drilled just
진행해볼까?
3 millimeter. Using 6 millimeter drill,
머리카락 같은 게.
using this 6 millimeter
Ah.
drill, but
예,
the push inside is just only 3 millimeter. Cause of a remnant of the bone from the sinus floor to sinus crest around 3 millimeter, right?
안 들어가.
So now he is using another drill with 50 RPM, 50 RPM, checking bone qualities and remnant of the bone and all of these kind of situation can be feeling with a tactile sense by the hand during the drill. Dr. Lut can feel all the tactile sense using the tactile sense, the bone qualities and remnant of the bone, because of he's a sinus master. But for the beginner, it is very difficult to get the full information. Just on one drilling, right? So,
어디 했는지 못 찾겠다.
okay.
그러면 찾은 데만 합시다. 먼저 4번 먼저 쭉 신고 합시다.
Yeah.
일레귤러에서
Okay,
4번부터
he's starting to
하고
have number 14 area implantation, right? Okay. Yeah. Number 24, 25 area. Number 24, 25 area.
하나씩 넘어가면서 이쪽은 40, 45 심으면 될까요?
These
아니면 40,
premolar
45
areas doesn't combine with the sinus cavities anymore. So just a simple drill is enough. Simple drilling is enough, right? So full depth drilling with a guided drill.
좀 다? 아이고.
50 RPM.
아, 그렇군요. 아, 얘기해 줘야 돼. 이쪽이 힐링 때문에 닿는구나. 아이고, 그것도 모르고 쭉쭉 드리링 했네. 자, 그러면은 이쪽에 닿죠? 그 갈아다 주면 어때? 여기다 쭉 여기까지 자를까? 아니, 뭐, 다 좋아요. 네, 잘래? 이렇게.
Okay.
그래서 약간 디스토션이 됐군요. 섹션 한번 해볼까요? 약간만 이렇게 돌려보시겠습니까? 이쪽 4번은 그래도 그것도 좋은 것 같은데.
Okay, now he is cross-checking the position.
뭐 좋은 것 같은데.
Using pass pin,
약간
the conventional type,
그래도 괜찮네.
but he is cross-checking the pass of osteotomy inside.
4.0으로 두 개 심을까요? 그래도 잘라지면 한번 다시 단기적으로 하고 합시다.
Okay.
좀만 쉬었다. 아주 힘들죠. 오늘 또 스캐닝 한번 빡빡 했죠. 치질환이 있어서 약은 일주일.
Okay.
그때 약 투여해야 되는 게 있으니까 한 5일만 더.
Yeah, he is thinking about the proper position and take a time for the next procedure.
한 번 더 이걸로 자주 잡고 가져오면.
Okay. Now
벌써? 오케이.
now he is taking a time. Okay. So
고개 왼쪽으로.
checking again.
그렇죠. 이제 안 걸리네.
Dentium digital guide. Insert again into the patient mouth and drill again. Okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah, perfect. Very nice.
이거 준비하는 거예요? 네, 좋았어. 그러면 4.0에 9mm 두 개?
Because of this, the left side maxillary posterior premolar area need a sinus elevation and bone concavities due to not complete heal of extraction socket. The flap incision design is better compared to the flapless surgery, right? So flap reflection and depth again Okay, now he is installed 9mm
약간
implant fixture.
그리고 한번 봅시다. 라쳇으로.
Okay. He always use 50 RPM for insertion mode, but company recommend us around 20, 25, 30 RPM is better.
맞네요.
Right?
저스트로.
Okay, so he is checking the top portion of implant fixture, the platform area, checking the platform area. Wow, very nice, very good insertion torque. It is another advantage is to when we have guided surgery, because of all planned and scheduled, including the torque or position, the precise and accurate the surgeries will be performed. So very nice, higher insertion torque will be get.
인트라보니 디펙트라 뭐 봉그랍 타면 또 쉽게 되지만
Okay.
조금 더 집어넣으면 좋겠네.
Yeah, he wanna insert more.
어댑터를 바꿔서.
So try again with the hand ratchet.
어이구 안 된다.
Yeah, too strong.
10mm를 좀 짧은 걸 쓸까?
Yeah, too higher
어휴.
the insertion torque. Okay. That he is going to retrieve implant fixture.
힘들었어.
Yeah.
리버스 한번 할 수 있어요?
Now he is retrieving the
7mm를 좀 짧은
implant
거로.
fixture.
우리가 드릴링을 좀 하나를 더 했네.
Yeah, I think he want more. He want to have a little bit more deep insertion with this number 24 area. So
작정용에
he retrieved
드릴링이 뭐가 잘못됐나 봅시다.
installed fixture already. So try again once more. A drill here without the guide.
들댔긴 했구나. 들댔구나. 그럼 다시 심을까? 심어보고.
Yeah, now he is converting the digital type and analog type. Okay, freehand type and the digital guide type. The switching each other for the cross-checking. Right? Okay, so try again. Insert. Fixture. Wow, good. Yeah, good.
플라타레 디펙트가 좀 있군요. 이 정도에서 봉그랩 타는 건 어떤가요? 좋을 것 같죠? 자, 앞에는 커버 스크루, 뒤에는 힐링 어브트먼트. 뒤에는 좋아요.
Yeah, he is going to use cover screw number 24 and healing abutment on number 25 fixture. Okay.
네, 됐어요. 네, 뒤에는 힐링, 앞에는 커버 스크루.
Okay.
패스핀을 하나만 껴볼까요? 그래요.
Connect with the pass pin, cross-checking the pass.
그래도 7번 한번 드릴링 해봐야죠.
Okay. So have a big gap between number 25 fixture installed site and number 26 site. Have a big gap between bone height, right? So I wonder how can Dr. Lut overcome this gap between number 25 and number 26? Okay.
7번은 엘리베이션 해야 되는데죠. 그래도 위치나 보고 합시다.
Okay.
네.
So
어디냐? 한번 봅시다.
okay.
이거 알베올러 크레스트였군요. 이쪽이 조금 보니 플라탈 쪽으로 안 좋구나. 여기 조금 모디피케이션해서 바깥쪽으로 조금만 드릴링하고.
Yeah, he is modified
여기다가
to install position.
선생님 이게 괜찮을 것 같죠?
Osteotomy site, slightly buccally inclined, cause of palatal site. His bone quality is not good. Have a bone defect, so Dr. Lut is going to have modifying osteotomy site.
네, 석션 한 번만.
When you have a guided surgery, it looks like here, always we can change and modify the proper position
해야죠.
after flap reflection. Cause of flap reflection, we can see directly bone morphologies, bone defect, and bone situations and quality. So the digital guided surgery from the procedure with on computer, right? Computer software program, merging and the CAD design, all procedures are done on the computer. But this surgery is a real surgery situation, sometimes a little bit different between the planning situation and the real situation. In this case, you can modify the proper position like here, like this one, slightly buccal or slightly distal, and doesn't matter. This digital guide, the existing for you, you are existing digital guide, not for you, not for digital guide, right? So always digital guide helping you. So sometimes this digital guide in a perfect situation for you, you can always modify the position and depth and the procedure. Okay, so real gain without the surgical stent cause of this area for the sinus elevation. So now we don't need the digital guide anymore, right? Okay, so okay, now he's wow, he's trying to use the balloon, this balloon for the sinus elevation, sinus membrane elevation. Okay. Okay, so yeah, the changing the treatment plan. First, as I mentioned before, treatment plan already informed you lateral, make a lateral window and lateral approach for the sinus elevation. And number 26 and 27 areas will be installed with the sinus elevation simultaneously. But now he skipped the number 26 area, and number 27 areas was done by sinus balloon instead of lateral window, right? Yeah, totally different surgery plan. Anyway, we can see once more interesting devices, sinus balloon. This sinus balloon filled with the sinus, filled with the cell line. What is the advantages compared to another hydraulic devices? What is a big one? What is the advantages? Yeah. So this sinus balloon.
레이터럴로 합시다. 네, 이거 빼고.
Unfortunately now the sinus membrane perforated the sinus membrane. So he checked perforated membrane. So finally he's gonna change lateral window. Okay.
해당 안 되면 다음에 하는 거죠. 뭐 이쪽 사이너스만.
Okay. So now he is more flap reflection.
또 다음에 나눠서 하고. 버티컬 인시정 뭐 같아요? 그래 있을까요? 조금만 클까? 인시가 조금 그러니까 그럽시다.
Okay, another interesting question about collagen membrane and collagen graft. What is the resorption time period of collagen graft and collagen membrane? The ordinary resorption time of collagen membrane around 4 months to 6 months, right? So in my experience, actually, collagen membrane still survive around 6 months. this collagen membrane long-lasting type compared to another company's membrane, right? From starting
됐습니다. 좀 예, 그렇죠. 많이 담으라도
starting
좋아요.
resorption
시작.
around 2 4 months, and, right? And until the 6 months.
이제 레이터를 붙이라듯이 일단
오케이.
한번 쭉 해봅시다.
The collagen graft resolved earlier, around 1 month,
좀 보이니까 이제
4
perpendicular하게.
weeks or 6 weeks, enough to full resorption. Sometimes the fast resorptions can be found. For my experience, actually, around 2 weeks later, collagen graft already
더 크로즈.
resolved in some situation. So have some variation, but from 4 weeks to until 4 weeks, a collagen graft still survive, right? 4 weeks, collagen membrane, 6 months, right? Okay. So Dr. Root have sinus lateral window, make a lateral window and lateral approach using a big black one, black diamond bar,
이제 크게.
a big one. This lateral drill have a 6 millimeter head diameter, 6 millimeter. The head of drill 6 millimeter.
맞아요.
So
잘했어요.
the larger contact area when you have using
많이
this
당겨서
drill
아프죠 뒤에라서.
compared to original dust drill,
고생했어요.
yellow
어떻게
one.
하지? 그냥 그러면은 많이 당기지 말고 슬쩍해서 마무리합시다. 환자분이
오케이.
힘들어하시는 거니까 좀 담으세요. 괜찮습니다. 그냥
오케이.
금방 해. 오스테온 3 콜라겐 2개,
Okay, so
여차하면
using this one,
3개까지도 금방 끝낼게요.
if you want to make a wide lateral window, looks like here. First, make a small window and the detaching sinus membrane from the lateral window using elephant foot.
네, 좋습니다.
And after that,
잘
starting
됐어요.
to
좀
make
약간
wider lateral window,
성씨가
right?
나한테 힘이 더
First, smaller one, and separation, and make wider.
감사해요.
Okay,
잘 도와주려고.
and using this sinus curette
저한테 잘 보이게 해주려고.
from the number 1, number 4. This type of sinus curette, number 2, sinus curette. And only number 1 and number 4 have a nickname. This number 4 sinus curette have a interesting nickname, long bow, right? Number 1, dome shape sinus curette have another nickname, elephant foot. This nickname from the Dr. Salama in United States. He loved this kind of instrument, so Dr. Salama always mentioned this elephant foot and long bow. I followed his recommendation. It is not my own.
좀더 뒤로 extension해야 된다.
Okay, good, very nice. So well done, the sinus membrane elevation here.
시작합니다.
So he want a little bit more. He want to make a bigger sinus window here. Cause of this sinus membrane already perforated, as you know. As I mentioned before,
이제 거의
during the
이제는 거의 다
pressure approach,
끝났어요.
so he want to make a little bit wider lateral window.
여기만 하면은 다 끝나요. 여기만
Bigger lateral window also gave us big advantages, better visibility, and
이게 뚫렸는데 잘 극복이
better
됐거든요.
instrumentation, right?
조금만
Now he is using the long bow. The principle of this DASC kit, sinus curette, what is the big principles? All this instrumentation should be touched bone surface, sinus floor or lateral wall. Tip of this instrument, always contact to bone surface,
아웃하고
sinus floor or lateral wall, and contact to push. This is very simple. procedure and activation for the sinus membrane detachment, right? So
기구가 조금 안 들어가거든요. 조금 확실하게 해야 돼서.
the better accessibility, now he is making a wider lateral window, a better accessibility. We can see clear this perforation area,
조금만
right?
더 하면 돼요.
A small perforation, but fortunately it is not more bigger tearing anymore. So he is changing to lateral approach and the separate sinus membrane safely and the separation procedure using this long ball. Remember, touch and push. All the instrumentation principles touch first and then push. Automatically, this sinus membrane detach from the sinus floor and lateral window automatically, right?
네, 그래서 거기를 콜라겐 그래프트로 덮읍시다.
The tip of this long ball touching the sinus floor, and now he is pushing action,
잘했네요.
pushing motion, right? First touching and the pushing. The separate automatically looks like here. Very nice, well done, separation.
조금만 더.
Okay. That good overcome, yeah. And now application of collagen graft. Collagen graft 2. Collagen graft 2. Okay, thank you very much. Collagen graft 2.
다는 아니고요. 전체에서는 90% 끝났는데 여기 마무리하는 거는 지금 80%쯤 끝났어요.
This collagen graft 2 covered perforated sinus membrane area, covering all the perforation site, and push inside with the graft material. This graft materials, osteon 3 collagen. As I mentioned before, this graft materials have a big benefit, right? Especially this kind of perforation situation, perforating situation, this kind of graft material, osteon 3 collagen, hybrid type graft material is much better than just the particulated bone. Cause of this type of graft material is not scattered anymore.
5.0에 9mm.
Okay, so covered
5.0에 9mm 줄까?
the perforated area covered by collagen graft and filled with the graft material with osteon 3 collagen. And now he is placing the final implant fixture.
정은 씨가 한번 준비할까요? 크게.
Yeah.
크게 옳지.
This picture may be
이제 요로 잘 됐어요.
9mm, 50, 9mm. Diameter 50, 9mm. Personally, I love to use wide diameter posterior maxillary area, like 50. I also love to 50 diameter, right? So 4.5 is enough, but I prefer to use 50. Length is not important now, as you know. So length is 9mm, sometimes 8 is enough, but diameter is better, considerable factor, cause of connection, right? Okay, healing abutment connection. The 24 fixture cover screw, 25 fixture healing abutment connection. Number 24 area filled with osteon 3, maybe particulated graft material for the bone GBR procedure. Osteon 3 grafted material, right?
contained defect라 어렵진 않을 것.
This area is a contained defect. Contained defect means surrounded by host bone, all the areas surrounded by host bone. So it is a good situation to make a new bone formation becoming a newborn formation, right? So, contained defect always are used by particulated bone, like this osteum tree, okay, covered by collagen membrane. This collagen membrane, yeah, 10 by 20 size, collagen membrane, just lap around this defect area. Cause of contained defect is easy to handle, and the easy becoming to newborn formation. So contained defect is not stressful anymore. So packing with the graft material first, and the wrap around with the collagen material, collagen membrane looks like here. So using membrane pin. Very interesting. He used membrane fixation pin, membrane with the overlying flap, just one shot to kill, right? So ordinary usage, this pin first used for fixation of membrane, and outer portion also another pin should be used. But Dr. Root now just only one pin for fixation with the overlying flap and the collagen membrane. Very nice, yeah. Very clever, and very the creative situation. Okay. Good situation. Okay. So what is benefit? Just this only one pin holding for flap and the collagen membrane. So removing only one pin means like stitch out and removing the membrane holding pin. So simplify the healing procedure. This one is another type of graft material. Okay, osteum tree block. Okay, so this one looks like a coffee sugar. Yeah, a block coffee sugar looks like a coffee sugar, but the block type. The previous one, osteum tree collagen, looks like a cylinder type, right? Cylinder. This one is a rectangular block type. Okay, he chose osteum tree block instead of osteum tree collagen. What is the hidden reason to choose this one? I'm not sure, but we can see clear during this procedure. Okay. So placing the collagen membrane first, just a tugging procedure, tugging action, just underneath thick palatal flap.
새로운 건가? 새로운 게 있을 것 같은데. 오케이. 새로운 거예요? 오케이. 아, 해보세요. 크게. 옳지. 잘하고 있습니다. 잠깐만, 괜찮아요. 조금만. 너무 안 당겨도 되겠습니다. 예, 2mm만 들어가게. 한 번 더.
Okay, so yeah, using one holding pin, a membrane holding pin, just only one, the holding two, membrane and overlying thick palatal flap. For this purpose, maybe you have to use a longer one, a 7 millimeter longer pin, right? Longer pin is better.
핀셋.
And he used the 7mm. Okay. Oh, now he is using this bone
힘들죠?
block.
조금만 참고 거의
오케이.
다 돼가니까. 이게 너무 큰가? 욕심인가? 약간 욕심이죠. 뭐. 잠깐 괜찮아요. 시간 내버려둬도 되고. 야, 크다.
Yeah, this osteon 3 block is harder than osteon 3 collagen. I think collagen binder, contents of collagen binder is higher in osteon 3 collagen than this block, right? Okay.
리지에 맞춰서 가운데를 좀.
He is trimming. Now he is trimmed the collagen block
노출이 안 되게
for adaptation of defected deficiency of the ridge. Trimming the block, adaptation, the proper adaptation of reduced deficient ridge. Okay, can you remember? First, I have a self-question about this deficiency between number 25 area and number 26 area. Bone height is too much discrepancy, right? So number 25 area is higher, and number 26 area is too lower. So my question was how Dr. Root overcome this kind of situation.
스크류 하나만 줘볼까요?
Now he gave us an answer. He used this collagen block for the solution, right? Using this collagen block.
기른 거 9mm.
Very nice. Very good.
기름핑 스크류로. 이건
Now he is going to fix this collagen block
아니고 스크류 드라이버 홀더 한번 줘볼까요?
with a screw, maybe.
자,
Yeah. Okay. So this collagen block is good for the vertical augmentation. Looks like here. Yeah.
네, 안 쓰는 건 앞으로는 다 버리죠. 뭐. 그래서 쓰는 것만.
Okay. So.
쭉쭉 가져와 봐요. 쓰는 것, 네. 들어갈 수도 있고 안 들어갈 수도 있어. 네, 좋아요.
This osteon 3 collagen block, the pressing the particles.
부서졌네? 네, 부서질 수도 있죠. 한번 해봅시다. 끝까지. 어떻게 되나?
9mm bone screw was applied.
너무 잡지 말아요. 그냥 내버려둬도 될 것 같아.
Now he is using 9mm bone screw to holding these osteon 3 grafting block. Okay, so he got the fixation of this osteon 3 block.
희진 씨가 잡아서 이쪽으로 주고.
Okay.
이 기른 거. 네, 그래. 그 다음 거.
Okay.
이건 엄청 길긴 하다.
Yeah, he is trying to another
조심해서.
the membrane pin to fixation of this graft material with collagen membrane. Yeah. The molleting
해봐요, 원 없이.
with molleting for fixation. Okay, so
크로즈로 해볼까요?
now he is trying to flap closer. All the procedures are very challengeable.
이제
Right?
다 끝났어요. 꼬매면 끝이에요. 예. 괜찮죠? 잘했어요. 3제로부터.
Okay, so now he is going to final step. Yeah, using 3-0 nylon suture. Okay, blue nylon suture.
이런 매트리스인가? 아, 그렇구나.
Yeah.
그럼 매트리스 하나.
We recommended all the GBR procedures and including this sinus procedure case. The monofilament sutures are necessary part, right? The monofilament suture materials is a necessary part to have a good result. If you want to have a good result, when you have a GBR procedure and sinus lifting procedure, you have to use always monofilament, like nylon or some another monofilament suture material is a best option, a best choice for good result. Okay. Also, yeah.
또는 인터럽트와 매트리스를 동시에 하는.
Also, he is trying again, interrupted and the horizontal mattress suture modified, combining, combined type suture technique. Okay, so he want to get the stronger suture power, so he used this 3/0 thicker nylon suture instead of 4/0.
4/0 하나 줄까요?
Right. First, he want to have a stronger power, a 3/0 nylon suture, and now he is changing the suture material 4.0. If you want to have a stronger power when you have a suture, and the thicker suture material is better for you. Thicker gave us a stronger, right? But the thicker gave us a big scar. So in consideration of power, you have to use a thicker suture material. But the scar and healing situation, in consideration of this situation, you have to use a smaller one, 4/0, 5/0, looks like here. So ordinary situation, anterior, upper anterior or aesthetic area, you have to use 4/0, 5/0 suture material is the very popular, but the posterior areas, sometimes we can use 3/0. But 4/0 is popular, but sometimes we can use 3/0 suture materials. Now he is trying one more horizontal mattress suture and interrupted suture type, modified suture type situation. Trying to one more knot. Trying to make one more knot. Okay. This suture technique gave us a long or wide range, pressed each other, and just only one suture knot, make only one suture knot, covered long, wide area. Good? Well done. Okay, so this portion needs one more knot. The vertical incision line. We need one more suture with a 4.0 nylon suture.
건강해서 잘 쫓아온 것 같아요. 내 뼈가 단단하네요.
Actually, his age was 51, and the quality is good. Bone quality is good. So some areas are enough bone qualities stronger, enough stronger. Okay. Instead of suture material, now he is using the pin for fixation of flap. Very nice. Very interesting situation. Okay. So
이제는 이 맨 어금니 이제 제일 중요한데 이제는 크로즈가 어느 정도 되는지 보고요. 이제
you can see
한두
the
번만
healing
이제 거의
portal.
다
You can
됐어요.
see the healing portal
여기만
after
꺼내면
surgery
돼요.
when this
아파요?
the holding pin
싫어요?
for the overlying plaque instead of suturing
어디가 당기는 게
situation.
입술이
You can see very nice,
아이고 미안해요.
very nice, well
그만.
organized
이제 됐어요.
healing
그렇게까지 안 좋게.
overlying suture,
2번.
overlying soft tissue,
이쪽을 좀 당겨서 꼬매야 되겠네요.
right?
해볼까요?
So he's make some yeah, palatal incision cause of this.
당겨갈까? 모르겠다. 크로즈가 안 돼서 해볼까요 한번?
Yeah, he want to make a primary closure around number 26 area. So small semilunar incision to the deviate to the buccal site of this palatal plaque.
조금씩 갔죠?
Yeah, little bit. Okay, small. Yeah, small. The movement to the buccal areas.
안 당겨죠 뭐.
Yeah.
또 페리스틸 릴리징을 조금만 더.
Now he want to have a periosteal releasing incision.
이게 건드려지는구나. 잠깐 건드려지게 잘 당겨야 되는데, 당겨서 보합시다.
Okay, so using the periosteal curette.
안는 아니니까.
Okay.
이게 5, 6? 네, 오케이.
The 5-0 suture materials was applied on this site suturing. Okay. Okay, modified figure 8 type sutures has done. Cause of he want to try. He gonna try these areas flap closer. So modified figure 8 style sutures. So was done on this area. Okay, try once again. Okay. Okay, once more. Yeah, good. For me, actually, this kind of multiple suture situation for promoting soft tissue healing, sometimes I use the OmniBack stent, right? So make an impression and using OmniBack, and also like a night guard splint, and apply to this patient. And sometimes these soft tissues are promoting the healed, right? If you want to promoting the soft tissue healing, you can use night guard type protector using OmniBack vacuum after the surgery, right? Okay. Yeah, almost done. Okay. There's 26 exposed areas. They almost have a primary closure. A little bit open, but it doesn't matter for the healing. Wow, very nice. Well done. Okay. So this anterior area, have used this fixation pin for the fixed overlying flap instead of a suture material. Two pins are
다
shown
끝났어요.
new
예,
for
입술을
fixation of the flap,
바셀린은 많이 발라드릴게요.
and this posterior area. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the surgery was done. A very big job. So we will have a 10 minutes break time, and I will be back again. Thank you for watching. Okay. Yeah, we have one question from Dr. Lina. How to decide whether direct sinus lift is required rather indirect methods? Actually, this kind of questions are very popular when we have a sinus surgery or a sinus surgery lecture. Depend on the lecturer, many very diverse criteria are given to the student, but the ordinary the criteria was 4 to 6 millimeter. 4 to 6 millimeter was better than sinus lifting, right? And under this 4 to 6 millimeter, the enterostomy, like lateral indirect method is better than direct method. Okay, so once more, 4 to 6 millimeter, the remnant of the bone is indirect, is better for approaching the sinus elevation. It means around 4 to 6 millimeter crestal approach is better. Under the 4 millimeter, like a 3 millimeter, 2 millimeter, is lateral approach is better, right? In some another criteria was here. According to Dr. Salama gave us a 5 millimeter rule. Under the 5 millimeter lateral approach, it means direct approach, direct lateral window procedure is better than indirect. Over the 5 millimeter of remnant of bone, indirect approach, like a crestal approach, is better than direct, right? So when we have a 5 millimeter rule, we have to consider the width of ridge. Under the 5 millimeter, very narrow ridge case, even though over the 5 millimeter, the bony height, enough bony height, we have to convert to lateral window is better. The wide ridge width may be under the 5 millimeter. We can try to crestal approach. I hope a clear understanding for you. Okay, yeah, next. Oh, good. Here we can see wonderful tonight live surgeries, both maxillary sinus elevation. As you can see, number 14 was done with a GBR procedure. Number 15 also good installed with a highly installed torque. Number 16 with a crestal approach with implant installation simultaneously. And left of the patient, these areas, as you can see, number 24, 25, very nicely well done implant installation with the GBR procedure, bone grafting. And number 26 area, what about this area? The amazing, even though the small remnant of the bone, around 5-6 millimeter, and well done, the lateral approach, even though the membrane perforation during the crestal approach, as you know. So wonderful, perfect situation was done. So what about the number 17 areas? Cause of these areas will be a cantilevered, the final lacerations. And yeah, very nice. As you can see, bone graft materials constricted the sinus cavities, both of sinus cavities. And the right side, number number 27 area, as you can see, 50 wide diameter, 9 millimeter. Number 26 area, number 16 area, the same diameter, 50, but the length is 7. Very well done. Thank you for Dr. Ruth. Okay. Thank you for watching. Next live surgery will be held the August 14th, 2020, the same time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you then. Thank you.